Welcome to the June 2024 Jupiter Real Estate Market Report. This edition is going to cover condos and townhomes. Data presented here will be useful for condo and townhome buyers looking at moving to Jupiter. If you currently own a condo in Jupiter or a townhome, if you're interested in buying a condo or a townhome in Jupiter, if you're looking at selling a condo or townhome in Jupiter, if you're looking for a Jupiter realtor, or if you're just interested in Jupiter real estate. All data will come from the MLS or multiple listing service, and we'll cover the period May 1st, 2024 to May 31st, 2024. All right, let's dive right in here with median sold prices of condos and townhomes in Jupiter. 591,000, up 4% month over month. I want to take just a quick side note here. I'm not sure how many people that are watching the condo and townhome video also watch the single family home video. Single family home median pricing was at 975,000. The reason I bring this up is the Jupiter housing market is expensive and getting more expensive. I do think that from a value standpoint, townhomes, there's a reason that I think a lot of people have interest in them right now. If you're a buyer and you're coming in and you're looking for something a little bit more price conscious, I think that that's a good place to look. The rift is just getting really large between single family homes, condos, and townhomes. So I digress. All right. Back to the chart. Here we are, 591,000, still on the high side of the chart. Keep in mind, sample size is small, only 64 sales. That's why I don't put a ton of stock into this, right? This is going to combine everything from beachfront condos in Jupiter to townhomes in Abacoa to older condos around Center Street. It's all going to get lumped in here together. So you want to be a little bit careful with this number. And again, if you're looking at a specific area, this may or may not be applicable to you, but it just kind of gives you an overall yardstick of what I think you can look at the market and say, median pricing up and still going up. All right, total number of condos and townhomes sold down sharply month over month, right? 92 sales to 64 sales. That is not good. Down from 77 sales to 64 sales year over year. That is probably not good. Market is slower this year. I don't need data to tell you that. There are a few things at play. This is going to be very specific to the condo market, not really the townhome market, but here's what applies to both. Homeowners insurance costs, which get passed through in HOA dues, are absolutely increasing. That could keep some people, on the sidelines here. What I think is a bigger thing right now is in condo associations, you now have to mandatorily hold reserves. The Milestone Inspection reports that came out, they're becoming a really big deal for condos in Jupiter. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're interested in buying a condo, or you have one that you're thinking about selling, call and message me and I'll explain. It was legislation that came out of the Surfside tragedy. Look, it's essential that you understand what's going on in the condo market as a whole, because some buildings are just going to be a lot more attractive than others right now. And I think you have to be a lot more analytical and cautious than you have been in the past. Of course, this isn't to say that there aren't, good deals out there as such. A lot of people are selling because there's a large assessment that gets hit into a building, and the sellers say, well, I can't afford this assessment. I got to sell my unit. But if you're a buyer coming in, you're looking at purchasing it at a price that could be lower than last year's price. And in the very near future, you're going to be walking into a building that's completely upgraded and somebody else paid for those upgrades. So two sides to every coin, but a lot going on with the condo market. If you are looking there, you have to exercise some more due diligence than you have in the past, I believe. List to sales price. List to sales price in Jupiter condos and townhomes sticking around the bottom of the chart. Just shy of 96% here. So the higher that this gets, like up here, the less negotiation that was taking place. Condo or townhome goes on the market, buyer has to pay for it, and there's no negotiation on price or concessions, and that's it. The lower that we go on this chart, the more price reductions sellers are making, the higher concessions that they're giving, the overall better that this is for a buyer, the lower that we go on this chart. So depending on which side of the equation you're on, absolutely something to keep an eye on. Median days on market. The days on market are going to be the number of days a home is actively listed before we go to pending sale, not how long it takes to close, just to move from active to pending. It's important that you understand this distinction, because this 54 days does not mean I put it on the market and I'm a seller and I get my money in 54 days. That's not how it works. This is just number of days it was active before you go to that 30, 45, 60 days to close that would get added on top of this if you're a seller. So 35%, we're up 35% month over month. It's a big jump. But if you look at it year over year, we're at 57 days on market. We're now at 54 days on market. I would put more weight in kind of a year over year in total thing. But look, we're going to want to see which direction this goes. If we tick up here, like we were, this is hard. If we get back up there, it's going to get harder and harder for sellers. It's going to get better for buyers, right? Because if things are sitting on the market longer, it will enable buyers to make offers that are lower than they would have made if there are short days on market and they have to make a fast decision. Median price per square foot. Median price per square foot of Jupiter condos and townhome sales, about level from last month, still on the high side of the chart. I've said this again and again, can't say it enough times. People are buying condition. They want to buy the good stuff. Renovate before you go to list it, or expect that you're going to have to take a large reduction in price, likely, because people want stuff that they're not going to have to do work on. I'm going to keep saying it till everybody gets it. Total dollar volume for condos and townhome sales in Jupiter, Florida is down 22% month over month. Is this a cause for concern? Not sure. Again, I have concerns of the overall condo market more than the townhome market as it comes to assessments, budgets, reserves, structural integrity reports. At some point, this is going to work itself all through the market. Most of these things are due by December. So as we tick towards the end of the year, we'll find out how much influence this really had over the market. But it sure is going to be interesting over the next handful of months. All right, month's supply of inventory. Months of condo and townhome supply in Jupiter, Florida looks to be favoring buyers. Year over year, supply up 39%. That means if you're a buyer, you have 39% more choices right now than you did this time last year when you went home shopping. Less inventory is good for sellers and bad for buyers. Incredibly important to keep an eye on. It's one of the metrics that I really pay a lot of attention to. So we crossed above the 6 months of supply. If you're a buyer or a seller looking at condos and townhomes, you need to understand how supply right now is playing into the market. What I'm seeing is a buyer sees a property on Monday. On Friday, there's still the same level of interest that they had on Monday, but they've also seen 9 other properties, and all other 9 of those properties are still sitting on the market. So they don't feel like there's a whole lot of pressure in the market to make a fast decision. This is probably causing sellers a lot of gray hairs. Nothing you can do about that. That is the market right now. I have a number of listings that I thought would sell super fast that just are not. That being said, it's not going to take a whole lot to shift this market into overdrive. So, my name is Casey Prindle, and I help busy people sell and buy real estate in Jupiter, Jupiter Farms, Juno Beach, Palm Beach Gardens, Tequesta, Hobe Sound, and Loxahatchee. If you're thinking of moving to Jupiter, Florida, and you've got a list of 20 homes that you're considering buying, and you need an agent to help you narrow that down to 4 or 5 homes, and then go preview those homes for you, I'm probably your guy. If you're a first-time home buyer with 10,000 questions, or somebody considering relocating to Jupiter, I'm probably your guy. If you want to sell your home in Jupiter, but you have a higher level of complication in the sale due to higher price point, probate or inheritance, divorce, any form of distress, or you just live out of state, you need somebody to take it cradle to grave for you, I'm probably your guy.